Alright, so a quick video to take a look at a resistance band set. First a couple of detailed images and then we'll take a little closer look. Alright, so as stated, I'm taking a look at a resistance band set. I've already taken a look at a set of these recently, and obviously you could put them under your feet, you could put them around a rail, you could put them in the door, close the door on the little portion that I'll show you here in a moment. And the benefit is you can very easily work out with your arms, your legs, kind of your whole body. You can twist and pull across your body and pretty much get a fairly full body workout, but you have a very small package. So if you're going to travel, you can throw these in a bag and take them with you. For storage, they're very small, and unlike free weights, you're not going to have the same type of injuries, like if you were to drop something, or a child or a pet were to knock over a dumbbell set, and you don't have to have a big giant machine. So you may not replace entirely everything that you would have in a home gym or in a gym that you would go out and pay a membership for, but in the event of, well, with the situation with the world of the pandemic at one point, having this at home would be a great benefit. But just having it to supplement on a day when you can't make it to the gym or in the office, so you can just do something during work hours, during your lunch break, something like that. This is a really beneficial item in those type of scenarios and for those type reasons. So the good thing is it has a little storage bag, and as you can see, that's not very big, so it's going to be very easy to, again, transport and store. And each one of the different colors is going to be a different weight of resistance, and that's going to equate to the weight up to about 210 pounds. So that's really nice because you can grow with you as you develop more and more strength. And as you stack the bands, of course, you'll increase the resistance. So that's really interesting. That means not only for your own growth, but for multiple members of your family, friends, whatever, that need different levels. You could actually utilize this and share it between different people. It's a latex, it's very stretchy, it feels really well made, and it doesn't have the look of a bag of Skittles with all the different rainbows of colors, but there are some variation in the colors so you can discern which one is which. It's just they're all fairly muted colors, and I personally think that's a nice thing as opposed to some of the others. So everything is really well made. It's got metal construction. You've got sort of a neoprene type feel, so sort of like a dive suit or wetsuit if you're familiar with that. Really strong, solid feeling Velcro. Actually, the quality is really good. I'm really surprised because I don't think you could break this thing if you wanted to. So you have some of the ankle connections, two of those obviously. Very strong. You have two with the foam covering it. It's a hard plastic, so it should be very durable. Nylon straps. All the sewing, stitching looks really solid, really good. You don't have any like strings going everywhere. There's no missing stitching that I've seen. The carabiners, they feel fine strength-wise. So you got these for your hands, of course. A nice inclusion that I haven't seen with some of the other sets is this little square, and basically all you do is you turn it into a little tube like that, and you wrap it around one of the well, the hose portion, if you will, or the latex here, and that's going to provide protection. So if you were to stick this around the post on a desk or something, and for some reason, or a table of some sort, and maybe it has some really sharp edges, then it could potentially, over time, as you're stretching and moving, sort of give it a saw type effect and maybe damage the latex. It's pretty resilient, so maybe not, but to make sure that doesn't happen, they put this little sleeve in the pack, and you just wrap that around, and that's going to give you that extra protection. So that's really cool that they were really thinking when they provided that, because again, that's not something I've seen before, and I've seen a few sets like this. Also included is a little sort of support thank you type card, and sort of a little user guide just to give you some idea of some of the different exercises. So again, the cool thing is you're unlikely to injure yourself the same way you would with free weights, so that's really cool. You have this really soft foam, and that's going to go in between the doors so that it locks in like this, and can't be pulled out. So as you're doing your workouts, that's going to hold. You can put it above, on the side, and below, and get a full range of different areas that you can target. Another benefit is you can change the positioning, and that's going to give you focus on different aspects of the muscle in a very quick change without the need for a machine change or a very large cumbersome type lengthy change that's required potentially with some other type workout offerings. And of course, you just open that up, slide all of the different weights that you want through there, and that's going to hold it, keep it in place, and you don't have to worry about it. I've already done another video on these recently. If you want to check out some of my other video, you can see I don't feel a reason to demo this. I mean, obviously you just move your arms, your legs, and everything, and because of health issues right now, I'm not supposed to be putting any real pressure because of a few different things I've got going on with my arm, heart, and different things. But by any means, we'll take this one here. As you can see, there's an assortment right here. So we're not going to look at every one of them because they're all basically identical with the exception of the diameter, which is going to equate to the amount of weight or strength required, the resistance required, and the color. So on one end, you've got your metal, your nylon, and the grommet, and of course it's got the termination, which is basically a plastic insert into the tube with heat shrink tubing over top, and it's shrunk down enough and it's long enough and far enough in that I don't see that that's going to ever really pull out of there accidentally or anything. Now, long term, I suppose the latex could break down, but I think that's going to be very long down the road, and as you can see, it is very stretchy. This is the lightest weight one, so I can stretch this one a little bit, but I can't put much more pressure than that, and I'm not stretching it to its maximum. But this is a 10 pound, so this is the smallest one, and I probably shouldn't have even pulled quite as hard as I did with that. So this one has 10 pound or 4.6 kilogram. It's not written on there with some type of a silk screen or like marker type almost look, or anything that you would have like shirts that have patterns on them that peel off. It's actually sewn on, and it really doesn't seem like that would probably wear off very easily, but it's very clear, and it gives you both the pound and the kilogram. And other than that, it's still otherwise the same, but each one is labeled on one end with a different weight, so you know what you're working with. But by any means, this was more of a, hopefully not too long of a look, but a quick look so you get an idea of what to expect and see what comes with it. Besides this part, there's not a whole lot of difference, but slightly different in the weight. And the last set I took a look at had a jump rope. This one doesn't. If you're not going to jump rope, why buy it? Buy this one instead, as it makes more sense. But everything feels well made. It looks really good. There's not like this massive smell from the latex, so shouldn't really bother anyone. It's sensitive to different smells. I know that's definitely a thing that people run into. And again, quick and easy to change the workouts. Storage is very simple. Transport, use it just about anywhere you need to, want to. And other than that, that's it. I'm not going to actually do a demonstration. I just don't want to put any more pressure than I need to. But if you want to find out more about this, I'll leave a link below the video. I can't think of anything else more that would be important to you. But yeah, judging by the feel of the quality and just a little bit of stretching that I did do, I don't see any complaints or faults that I could come up with this set. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully that's somehow useful to you. And again, if you want to find out more, check out the link below.